was shy. Took off and went straight to the top. Can't fit me a nigga too hot. You need to stop living.
Introvert. A person who is predominantly focused on internal thoughts and feelings rather than on external things or social interactions. Often characterized as being quiet or withdrawn. Now, when I read that definition, it sounds exactly like me. I'm not gonna lie. So, from what I remember, I feel like I've been like this my entire life. I feel like I've just been an introvert. As soon as I became conscious, I just remember me being an introvert. For example, there's a time where I think I became conscious around 4 or 5. And there was a moment that I remember vividly where my dad asked me to do something, right? He asked me to go up to one of his friends that he knows. It was a girl. I don't know if they were dating. I don't know if he liked her or what, but he wanted me to surprise her. So he went to her job and he asked me, go inside, and I don't know what he told me to say to her, but he told me to say something to her, approach her and say something. I got absurdly nervous, so I didn't do it. And from that day on, I just knew that I think I've been more reserved. The thing is though, when it comes to being an introvert, there are moments where you're extroverted. Like, it's not just you're not just one way, you're not just stuck one way. So there are moments where I'm more of an outgoing person, different settings. For example, when I'm playing sports, when I was younger, there's a time where I realized, okay, I was actually decent at basketball. And when I got on the court and I was beating people older than me, I got a little confidence. So I became more extroverted on basketball courts. But as soon as I stepped off the court, I went back in my shell. Y'all probably wondering what I'm about to use this aloe for. Oh, snap. So y'all do know I cut my hair, my beard today, and I usually use this just to not get ingrowns or razor bumps, but supposedly aloe's supposed to do the same thing, and it's actually natural. Like the other product I just showed y'all is not natural. So I'd rather try the natural way, you feel me? One ingredient, you feel me? So let's see if this worked for the razor bumps and ingrowns, or am I gonna get some? One time when I was like 10, I actually got like a allergic reaction, and I had a bunch of bumps on my skin, all over my skin, a bunch of little red bumps that was itchy. And one of my uncles from Jamaica went outside, cut this from across the street, and brought it back and rubbed it on me, and I wasn't itchy no more. I still couldn't breathe, but I wasn't itchy no more. So they say to wait like 5 minutes, so I'm gonna wait and rinse it off. Another setting where I can be extroverted is when I'm around family, when I'm around peers, cousins, family members. I tend to be extroverted. There's moments where I can actually be the life of the party. There's moments where we go out and we're in the middle and the whole party's looking at strangers, and I don't feel any type of social awkwardness. I don't have any anxious feeling in those moments. So when I travel, I tend to be more extroverted because, you know, you're in a different country. So it's like you're never going to see these people again. They don't know you. You can act like whoever you want to be. And in those settings, I want to be an extrovert because I don't want to go out the country to be in my room, which is all I do here. So as y'all can see from what I'm doing, I'm in this video, like I'm usually out only when it comes to self-improvement. Like when I'm exercising, I'm at the gym, or I'm running outside, or I'm buying food from the grocery store because I try not to eat out. It's really just self-improvement is what gets me out of my house. Other than that, I'm isolated. I'm in my room. I don't really speak to people, like, you know. I just ran a mile, and I've been trying to like get my mile time better, bruh, but I ain't gonna lie, I was never great at running a mile. I didn't care about cardio. All I cared about was the gym. But why would you work on other muscles and not your heart? That's a muscle too. So I got into cardio now. So my first mile was 11:20. Second one, 10:41. So I improved. Then
4 days ago I ran 9:45. Today I ran 9:48. But I was also recording, so I think that took away from it. Pulled my phone out, was running. So my real goal is under 8 minutes though. In the long run, that's what I'm aiming for. Under 8 minutes. That's my goal. So we just gonna keep getting better at the miles, man. And it's cold out here, bruh. I wonder if my mile gonna change when it starts to warm up. But you know, no complaints. We're gonna keep doing it.
I have a small circle of people that I speak to. I can go an entire day without speaking. I only speak if I come across my mom, or I call my father, or I speak to my cousins. I have friends from school days that I don't even speak to, but we still locked in. It's just I'm not the type of person that just wants to call people and talk about nothing. In reality, you feel me? I'd rather just be quiet and just stay to myself for an entire day. Like, I feel like I recharge in isolation, and in public settings, I feel like I'm being drained of my energy, which I don't think is the greatest thing.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, I just woke up like 10 minutes ago and I looked outside and I seen it was snowing, bruh. I was in the same exact spot like a couple days ago after my run and it was sunny, but it's Atlanta, so you don't know what to expect. I ain't gonna lie, it's cold out here right now, bruh. But you know, when it's snowing in Atlanta, you gotta come in, just, you feel me, step outside real quick, cause I'm from Miami, so you know, you don't be used to snow. I don't think it's finna snow that much though, I ain't gonna lie. It's a little winter storm, but I think it's about to pass. I ain't gonna cap. As long as I can still go to the gym today, you know, roads don't get icy, then I'm straight, cause you know the grind don't stop, man. The grind can't stop. So we gonna see. This snow don't even look snowy. It look like soap. I ain't gonna lie, it look cool out here, ain't it?
I feel like there are pros to my lifestyle choice though, or just my personality. The pros to me is there's way less distractions. Like, I don't have a lot of opinions in my ear because I'm to myself. I don't have a lot of outside influence. So the things that I'm focused on and that I'm focused on achieving, there's not really people in my ear telling me I can or can't do it, because it's really just me. Like, it's me versus me.
That little snow got the gym empty right now, so we about to get a quick little pull day in, you feel me? Got the little wrist wrap, cause I ain't gonna lie, I injured my wrist. I don't know how, to be honest. I don't know how. So I just bought a little wrist brace. We finna get this work in, bro. Snow don't stop me. My wrist not gonna stop me. But yeah, we about to get it in, bro. Good little empty gym session, bro. You know, an empty gym makes your workout go way smoother, so that we about to do.
Another pro that I think is that I have more time to reflect. I have more time to work on myself. As I did say a while ago in this video, this whole entire video is basically self-improvement. But it's just a day in my life. Like, it's just days in my life. That's literally all I do. I just work on trying to be the best version of myself, which, being an introvert kind of makes that easier to an extent. I'm not sure if it's the perfect route, but I mean, I believe it's working for me. But there are cons to being an introvert also. So the one thing that I would say is a con is you do not have a social circle to rely on. For example, like, there's moments where you're bored. Everybody gets bored. I get bored way less because, you know, I like being bored. There's moments where you want to get out the house and do something. But when you're an introvert, you do not have a circle to rely on, so you don't have people to do it with. Like, there's moments I want to go hoop. I want to go play basketball. I still like basketball. But I don't know anyone to go do it with. And I'm not the type of person to walk up to anybody to go and, you know, introduce myself. And so that's a con. Like, you know, you need people to do things with. And as I did say, when it comes to self-improvement, I'm big on that. And I read somewhere that in the areas that people live to 100 years old, the blue zones or the centenarians, one thing that is big for them is they have community. I don't know why it's important, but obviously it is, because in the zones where people live to 100, they have community, they have friend groups, they're not isolated. So I guess isolation can drive you crazy, which, I mean, I kind of get, because there are days where I really don't speak to people, but I will speak to myself, you know? I don't know if that sounds crazy to y'all, but if you're an introvert, you get it. Like, there's questions you will ask yourself out loud and answer out loud. You will make yourself laugh out loud. You literally speak to yourself. I entertain myself, but yeah, though, like, there are cons that come with it. I do think that you need to get out more, to have a little community, to live longer, to just, you know, be a healthier individual overall. But I mean, as y'all see, that's just not my case. I was born an introvert, I guess, and that's just my life. But I don't gotta stay this way. So with that being said, this video is just to show you, like, my life, what I do on a day-to-day basis. But the goal is to get better, to not stay an introvert. I think I'm like 85% introvert, 15% extrovert. I believe I should try to change it to like 70-30. I don't want to go 60-40, because that's too much extrovert for me. Like, I don't want to be 40% extrovert. I still want to be Zav at the end of the day. 70-30 might be a little better. You have to have social skills. There were moments in my life where, not even too long ago, I say 2 years ago, where when I walked in a public setting, and nobody would be able to see this, nobody would be able to notice, because I don't wear it on my face. Like, you cannot see nervous across my forehead. But there'll be moments where I walk in a public setting and it's just filled with people my age, with peers, and my hands will start sweating, my armpits will start sweating, like literally, like social anxiety. But nobody will be able to tell. I don't think I look like I got social anxiety, like, you know, unless they could tell, who knows. But I mean, I worked on that already. So the next step is just to become an extrovert now and work on, you know, interacting. But that's what comes with all the self-improvement that I'm doing. I just learned that nobody cares as much as you think they care about you. You feel me? Like, so at the end of the day, bro, if I want to work on self-improvement, I might as well work on getting that 30% an extrovert. Stay 70% introvert, so I could, you know, recharge when I need to. But we gonna get this 30% extrovert, man. So if y'all want to see the journey of just, you know, overall betterment of me, myself as an individual, feel me? And if you an introvert out there too, you gotta do it too, man. You might as well, step out your shell a little bit. If you have social anxiety, work on that, bro, because no one cares. So we just gonna become extroverts, man. All my introverts out there, we extroverts now. Stop calling yourself introvert. We gone.
Overlook you when you hot. Think I ain't gave me a shot. They say much they thought I was shy. Took off and went straight to the top.